Hi, everyone. This is Maheen, and welcome to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast. Today, we are looking at the massive opportunities sitting on the horizon for Canadian entrepreneurs. In 2026, the global spotlight is turning toward Toronto and Vancouver for the FIFA World Cup. And the question for every small business is simple: that are you ready to turn this moment into long-term growth? Joining us is Erin Shea, the Senior Director and Head of North America Marketing at Vista since 2009, and has been a driving force at Vista, helping millions of small businesses worldwide market themselves professionally. With a personal connection to the hustle, having watched her mother run her own business, Erin is dedicated to providing the accessible design and marketing tools, SBOs that are needed to thrive. So without further ado, let's dive in and welcome Erin. Erin, it's a pleasure having you on the show today. Welcome to the podcast. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm doing well and I'm happy to be here.
Very pleased to have you with us. Now, Erin, Vistaprint it is set to release its first ever Canadian small business happiness report, and the results are surprisingly optimistic. Please tell us what is driving small business happiness in Canada and how is AI helping?
It's actually really inspiring to see that small businesses are finding happiness in their entrepreneurial journey, even in such a challenging economic climate. So, in a recent Vistaprint study, as you mentioned, 87% of Canadian small business owners surveyed reported being happy today. And that's super encouraging. And actually, what we're seeing is that SMB satisfaction is strongly tied to factors like autonomy, flexibility, and a passion for their work. So, owning a business gives people real control over how they work and, frankly, how they spend their time, which we know is so crucial. And for many, that sense of independence is really proving more fulfilling than anything a traditional role could offer. And the other thing that as you mentioned with AI, we're really seeing that pop in the data this year. And so it's tools like AI that are also playing a huge role in this confidence that business owners are feeling to be able to grow. So 80% are saying that they use AI at least monthly, and more than 2/3 are saying that they use AI at least weekly. And the benefits here are very clear. It's helping small business owners take on like the time consuming tasks so they can spend less time on the back end and they can spend their time connecting with their customers in new and different ways. So AI is taking out some of that operational complexity and they're really able to connect with their customers with more of their time. And frankly, more importantly, they're also investing more time in their personal lives. So they're able to strike more of that balance because of the use of AI. So that kind of support is really making a difference in how they are feeling about the work that they're doing day in and day out. And that's playing into their overall happiness as a small business owner.
Mm-hmm. That is a very insightful response. And it's very inspiring to see that autonomy and passion remain the strongest drivers of fulfillment for entrepreneurs that are navigating in today's economy. Erin, now let's explore the business opportunities surrounding FIFA World Cup 2026. Tell us, how prepared are Canadian small businesses for the FIFA opportunity?
It's really depending on business size in terms of how prepared they're feeling. So, our research is telling us that those with larger teams or more resources are really tending to feel a little bit more prepared. And so, in contrast, only 37% of solo operators are saying that they feel ready. So, in many cases, it's really coming down to limited time, budget, and resources. We do see that those larger teams have already started adjusting for staffing and planning promotions and thinking about their operations, while these smaller operators are still in the early stage planning or frankly wondering what they can do to really capitalize on this.
Right, right. No, it tells us a lot in terms of what small businesses are thinking, and recognizing the potential early. It allows a business to move from just observing the event to actively profiting from it. So this is a very good insight. Thank you for sharing, Erin. Next up, let's look at closing the preparedness gap before demand arrives. Tell us, how can local businesses prepare for the surge in World Cup foot traffic?
So even though we're less than a month away, there's still plenty that businesses can do here. So 56% of small businesses surveyed are expecting a surge in foot traffic. And for those planning to take advantage of this, it's really about diversifying marketing efforts in the days and weeks ahead across both social and physical spaces. So, for example, perhaps if you're a bar or a restaurant and you're going to be running match day deals, make sure that you're promoting this via your social channels to encourage followers to pop in. Signage itself can actually be very impactful for neighborhood residents or out of town tourists that are staying nearby. You want to remain highly visible and engaging during this time. And so come up with some thoughts on how your business can best do that during this time period.
Mhm. Having the right infrastructure in place, it ensures that a surge in customers leads to five-star reviews rather than operational chaos. And it's to all the entrepreneurs that are in Toronto, in Vancouver, and across Canada. The World Cup isn't just a sporting event; it's such a massive marketing opportunity for your brand. So please, don't wait until the fans arrive to think about your branding. You can visit Print's website to access the tools that can turn global moments into local growth. Next up, Erin, let's explore the role of branding and visual identity on a global stage. Tell us, how can strong branding help small businesses compete during major global events?
Yeah, strong branding really tells the story of your business at the onset of any touch point, and it instantly conveys who you are and what you do. I will always, always, always be talking about branding because it is absolutely an unlock for any business at any time, but especially during these major global events. So that initial split second of a brand visibility moment and the impression it leaves is so important. And then it's that cohesiveness of your branding throughout the whole experience a customer has with you that really helps seal the deal. And this is what helps you draw in new customers and then bring back existing customers. So when you're thinking about your branding, make sure that you're thinking about both in person and digital. So both executions matter, and they matter more when they're done well together. So in person, in addition, during this time period, it actually can be very underrated for an event like this. And so, again, we're thinking in person and digital and how well they are pairing together. This is a cultural experience. And so, you have the opportunity to make your brand a part of this cultural experience for the World Cup. That's a great opportunity. And so, what we want to be thinking about is that visual identity of the business, of your business, is what the customers encounter first. So the businesses that visually signal that they're part of the World Cup energy, and it will be energetic, which is exciting, they can turn that foot traffic into direct revenue. And then what I want you to be thinking about is that the smartest play is to be thinking beyond the event itself. So not just the World Cup, but this is an opportunity to build relationships with customers. So regardless of whether they are locals or they are visitors to the city, invest in the experience that they have with you. So think about things like matching employee apparel and merch, signage, or updates to your packaging even. So even including a giveaway maybe for people coming into your store or your restaurant, whether that's maybe that's store merch, or maybe it's a sticker to commemorate the cup. This can build the excitement in your space that becomes memorable. And that experience that you create for this once in a lifetime moment means you can bring customers back or even have them pass along the word to others. So not just well-stocked shops or a promotional sign, but something that feels genuine and gives customers a reason to visit you again and again, or to pass the word along to others.
And this tells us a lot in terms of the power of branding and tools that are out there. And you're right, professional grade branding levels the playing field. It allows a local boutique or a cafe to look just as credible as a global sponsor. Finally, Erin, let's look at the future of business support through design and AI tools. What new Vista tools will help small businesses stay competitive in 2026?
Well, Vistaprint offers small businesses everything you need to show up confidently and professionally. Everything from custom signage and branded merch to digital design tools that can make it easy to create polished marketing materials without a big budget or a design team behind you. You know, those things can feel very daunting and can often be very expensive. So we also have AI tools such as our logo maker or design tools that help small businesses do more with less. And these can be particularly useful for solo entrepreneurs who have limited resources. both from a time perspective and a monetary perspective. So, for an event like the World Cup, that means businesses can move quickly and affordably, which is really important. So, get those right materials out in front of the people at the right time and in an affordable way. Strong branding is what draws in new customers and brings back those existing ones. And so, we make it simple for any small business to look the part and capture the moment at any time.
That is a great way to start, and it provides us with a design partner that scales with the business owner and ensures that no entrepreneur has to face these major milestones alone. So thank you for the work that you're doing out there, Erin. Um, as we wrap up, what advice would you give business owners that are feeling overwhelmed by the World Cup opportunity?
So the divide in preparedness is real, as we heard in the research. So depending on the type of business you are and the size. But I want to make it clear that it's not all or nothing, and there actually is still time. So small actions do matter. I'm a big proponent of small actions and how they can have a big impact. So prepare a social plan, invest in signage, things like seeking out community touch points in your area, or even running exclusive offers. So these efforts can all help drive that brand and business momentum that you're looking for with less prep time needed. So I think my biggest advice is start now. Think about things that are very specific and unique to your business, but they don't have to be super labor intensive. These small things can have a big impact, and it's there for the taking.
Mhm. This is a great reminder that preparation is the best cure for overwhelm. Thank you so much, Erin, for joining us and for sharing such great expertise and your insights. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me here today.
And listeners, that was Erin Shea from Vista, a masterclass in small business happiness, the reality of World Cup readiness, and how to use professional design to scale your brand in 2026. Thank you for tuning into the podcast. Please be sure to subscribe and visit CanadianSME.ca for more resources. To learn more about how we're supporting the ecosystem, please visit the Small Business Foundation at smbfoundation.ca. And before we leave, a special shout out to UPS and ADP for their ongoing commitment to empowering small businesses across Canada. Please stay tuned for more, and we'll see you in the next one.